Hello dear students, in this session let us continue with the problems which is nothing but transforming the given partial differential equation into its canonical form, right? So in the previous session we have discussed a problem where the nature of the given partial differential equation was elliptic. That means if I consider the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, the value of b square minus 4ac was less than 0, right? So now we will move further. That means we will solve some more problems on the same concept where the nature of the PDE is parabolic and the nature of the PDE is hyperbolic. So for this the discriminant is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, and for hyperbolic it is b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, right? So now what is our first step? We will consider the general partial differential equation of second order. We will compare our given partial differential equation with the general one and we will extract the value of a, b, c, d, e, f and g. Using those values we will find out the nature of the PDE, right? So let's continue with the problem. The problem is sine square x uxx plus sine 2x uxy plus cos square x uyy is equal to x. So here the coefficients are function of x, right? That means the given partial differential equation is second order partial differential equation with variable coefficient, isn't it? So now I will consider the general equation, that is here auxx plus buxy plus cuyy plus dux plus euy plus fu is equal to g. Compare your given partial differential equation with the standard one. So from this I can write the value of a is sine square x, b is sine 2x, c is cos square x, d, e, f are 0 and g is x, right? These are the values we are getting when we compare with our general partial differential equation. Now let's find out the nature of the PDE by using b square minus 4ac. b is sine 2x, b square means sine square 2x minus 4 into a is sine square x and c is cos square x. I have to simplify this now. So we know the formula for sine 2x. I can write sine square 2x as 2 sine x cos x whole square minus 4 sine square x cos square x. This is nothing but 4 sine square x cos square x. I will return this part as it is. So since the terms are same but we have different signs, so these two gets cancelled, you will get it as 0. That means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Therefore the nature of the PDE is parabolic, right? Till now the topic is very clear. You will follow the same step in all the given partial differential equation. So since it is parabolic, the next steps will be different. When it comes to elliptic, we will change or we will consider one more transformation, that is we will transform xy eta plane to alpha beta plane. Here we are converting xy plane to xy eta plane, right? For that the next is we will consider a characteristic equation. So dy by dx is equal to b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. In this b square minus 4ac is 0. So we will get b by 2a, right? So now substitute the value of b and a. So dy by dx will be equal to, what is my b? B is sine 2x and 2a means 2 sine square x. Again I can write sine 2x as 2 sine x cos x divided by 2 sine square x. 2 gets cancelled, sin x, 1 sin x gets cancelled. Cos by sine is cot. So the value of dy by dx is cot x. So what is our next step? We have to integrate this in order to find the value of xi and eta, right? If I have plus or minus sign, then I would get two different values. One is psi and another one is eta. But here I have only one value. So what we can do further? First we will integrate this. If you integrate this, you will get y is equal to, so what is the integration of cot x with respect to x? It is log of sin x plus some constant c. So we have y is equal to log of sin x plus c. Now what is c? C is nothing but y minus log of sin x. If you have only one value, when you are converting to xi eta plane, what we have to do is, we already know that xi is equal to xi of x comma y and eta is equal to eta of x comma y is a transformation such that xi and eta should be continuously differentiable. This is one point. When you find out the function of xi and eta, continuously differentiable, and if you take the Jacobian of xi x and xi y, eta x and eta y, this Jacobian value should not be equal to 0, right? This is what the criteria in order to find the function xi and eta. So now what I will do is, in this y minus log of sin x, I will consider one as xi and another as eta. You can consider vice versa also, no problem. But when you take the Jacobian of that function, that should not be equal to 0. Okay. So now from this what I will do is, I will repeat once again. So this whole function will be xi of x comma y. Okay, I will write it here. So xi of x comma y will be y minus log sin x. Eta of x comma y, you can choose any of these two, either y or log of sin x. So you can consider any of these two for the value of eta, but if you take the determinant of those differentials, it should not be equal to 0. And one more thing is, before choosing one as your eta, make sure that which the function you have chosen should make your problem simpler, right? So here if I choose minus log sin x, when I differentiate that, the problem gets complicated. For that purpose what I will do, I will choose y as eta of x comma y. So I have chosen two functions now. Let's find out the determinant and let's verify that this determinant is not equal to 0. Okay. So j is equal to y minus log sin x. I have to differentiate this. What is the differentiation of y minus log sin x with respect to x? Y will become 0, minus log sin x gives you minus cot x. Okay, so differentiation of y minus log sin x with respect to y is 1, and eta is y. With respect to x you will get 0, with respect to y you will get 1. So the determinant value gives you minus cot x, which is not equal to 0. So the function we have chosen is right. There is no problem with the xi and eta functions. So now let's move further. Now what is our next job? We have to find out the unknowns in our given second order partial differential equation. That means we have to find out ux uy, the given equation is, so in this I need to find out the value of uxx, uxy, uyy, right? For this I need to find out ux, for these two I need to find out uy. So now we have to find out all the unknowns, right? So we have already know the formulas to find out ux, uy, uxx, uxy and uyy. Let us substitute the values to that formula. Okay, ux is nothing but uz into xi x plus u eta into eta x. I will retain uz as it is. What is xi x? We have to differentiate xi with respect to x. So you will get minus cot x plus u eta I will retain as it is. What is the differentiation of eta with respect to x? It is 0. So you will get minus cot x uz. This is my ux. So find out uy. Uy is uz into xi y plus u eta into eta y. So uz I will write as it is. Xi y gives you 1 plus u eta into 1. This is nothing but u xi plus u eta. Now let's find out u xx. So u xx, that means we have to differentiate ux with respect to x again, right? So you will get uxx as minus cot x into u xi xi minus cos x by sin x plus u xi eta into 0 minus u xi into cosecant minus cosecant square x. I have written here directly. If you have any doubt, just compare the formula. So this is the formula for uxx, right? While deriving the canonical form, we have seen that. So here u xi xi I have written as it is. Xi x value is minus cot x, so it is minus cot x whole square plus 2 times of u xi eta into xi x is minus cot x, eta x is 0. Plus u eta eta, eta x value is 0, so 0 square is 0 itself. U xi, xi xx, xi x is minus cot x. So differentiate minus cot x with respect to x, you will get minus cosecant square x plus u eta into eta xx is 0. So finally you will get, I have just splitted this minus cot x whole square as minus cot x into minus cos x by sin x. Okay. Or you can directly write it as cot square x. Cot square x into u xi xi minus cosecant square x into u xi. Minus into minus gives you plus. Okay, so this is nothing but your uxx. Similarly, I have to find out uxy now. So the formula for uxy is u xi 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 x xi y plus u xi eta xi x eta y plus xi y eta y, sorry eta x, plus u eta 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 x eta y plus u xi xi xy plus u eta eta xy. Just substitute the values here. So u xi xi I will retain as it is. Xi x value is minus cot x. Xi y value is 1. So next term is u xi eta. Xi x value is minus cot x. Eta y value is, what you have eta y? 1, right? plus xi y is 1, eta x is 0, plus u eta I will retain as it is, eta x is 0, eta y is 1, plus u xi into xi xy means I have to differentiate xi x with respect to y, you will get it as 0. The next term is u eta, we have to differentiate eta x with respect to y, you will get it as 0. So now this is nothing but minus cot x u xi xi minus cot x u xi eta. Remaining terms will become 0. This is my u x y. So similarly find out u y y. For u y y we have a formula again, I am just substituting there. U xi xi into xi y whole square. Xi y is 1 plus 2 times of u xi eta into xi y. Xi y is 1 and eta y is 1 plus u eta into eta y whole square plus u xi into xi y. So you will get it as 0 plus u eta into eta y, again you will get this as 0. So the final solution for u y is u xi xi plus 2u xi eta plus u eta eta. So now I know the value of u xx, u xy and u yy. Right, I have to substitute these values in a given partial differential equation. Right, so the given partial differential equation is, we have, I will write it here. This is the given partial differential equation. So let's substitute for u xx, u xy and u yy. Okay. Sin square x into u xx is cot square x u xi xi plus cosecant square x u xi plus sin 2x into u xy is minus cot x u xi xi minus cot x u xi eta plus cos square x into u y, that is u xi xi plus 2u xi eta plus u eta eta, this is equal to x. So this is not the complete solution for the given partial differential equation, because here you can observe the coefficients are still the functions of x itself. I have to convert this functions to xi eta plane, right? Then only the solution will become completely a canonical form, that is transformed canonical form of the given PDE. So for that, what we can do further, by considering xi and eta plane. So before that, let's simplify this equation. This is nothing but, I can write cot square x as sin square x, sorry, cos square x by sin square x. Sin square gets cancelled. You will get cos square x u xi xi. Here cosecant square x is 1 by sin square x. So this 1 by sin square x gets cancelled with this sin square x. You will get u xi. So this is sin 2x. So you will get sin 2x as 2 sin x cos x. This is nothing but cos by sin. Sin gets cancelled. You will get minus 2 cos square x u xi xi. Similarly here you will get minus 2 cos square x u xi eta plus cos square x u xi xi plus 2 cos square x u xi eta plus cos square x u eta eta is equal to x. So this 2 cos square x u xi eta gets cancelled with this term. Finally you will get cos square x and these two terms gets cancelled. right? With this, because here I have minus 2, this is plus 1 gives you plus 2. These two terms gets cancelled with this term. So finally you will get u xi plus cos square x u eta is equal to x. Now I have to convert this cos square x and x to xi eta plane. So for that we know xi is equal to y minus log sin x, right, and eta is equal to y. So now if I find out xi minus eta, so what is xi minus eta? You will get y minus log sin x minus y gets cancelled, you will get minus log sin x. I can write this as log sin x is equal to eta minus xi. So from this, what is sin x? Sin x is nothing but e power eta minus xi. Here we have cos square x. So if I know sin x, I can find out cos x, right? Using the formula cos square x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. So cos square x will be 1 minus e power 2 times of eta minus xi. So substitute this here and the value of x will be sin inverse of e power eta minus xi, right? So substitute all these values here. You will get u xi plus cos square x is nothing but 1 minus e power 2 into eta minus xi, which is into u eta equals sin inverse of e power eta minus xi. So now you can observe the complete solution is a transformed equation of xi and eta plane. So this is nothing but transformation of given partial differential equation into its canonical form. Now let's move to one more problem. So this is our next problem, uxx minus 2 sin x uxy minus cos square x uyy minus cos x uy is equal to 0. So here you will get b square minus 4ac as b square will be 4 minus 4 into 1 into minus cos square x. So this is nothing but, sorry, you have sin x also, right? This is 4 sin square x. So you will get 4 sin square x plus 4 cos square x, minus into minus will become plus. So 4 into sin square x plus cos square x gives you 1. This is 4, which is greater than 0. Therefore the nature of the given PDE is hyperbolic. Now we have to find out xi and eta values, right? So from the discriminant dy by dx is equal to b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Value of b is minus 2 sin x plus or minus square root of value of b square minus 4ac is 4 divided by 2. You will get minus sin x plus or minus 1. So we can consider xi of x comma y as minus sin x plus 1 and eta of x comma y as minus sin x minus 1. So find out the value of C1 and C2. To find out the value of C1 and C2, we have to integrate these two terms, right? Sorry, this is dy by dx. After integrating, we will call that function as eta and xi. So you will get y is equal to, we have to integrate this now. So you will get x plus cos x, some constant C1. Here y is equal to cos x minus x plus some constant C2. So now C1 is nothing but y minus x minus cos x, and C2 will be y plus x minus cos x. So these two are the new coordinates. Now I will represent that new coordinate as xi of x comma y is equal to y minus x minus cos x, and eta of x comma y is equal to y plus x minus cos x. Okay, since the given PDE is hyperbolic, we have to find out these values, right? uxx, uxy, uyy, uy. So for that, first I will find out ux. So formula for ux is u xi into xi x plus u eta into eta x. What is differentiation of xi with respect to x? You will get this as minus 1 plus sin x plus u eta into differentiate eta with respect to x. So you will get 1 minus sin x. Sorry, 1 plus sin x. So if you solve this, you will get, we can write this as sin x minus 1 into u xi plus sin x plus 1 into u eta. So similarly find out uy. Uy is u xi into xi y plus u eta into eta y. Substitute the values u xi, in differentiate xi with respect to y, you will get 1. U eta, differentiate eta with respect to y, you will get 1. So this is u xi plus u eta. So now I have to find out uxx, uxy, u eta, uyy. So for that I will use the formulas, these formulas. Okay, just substitute the values here. You can find out the uxx, uxy, uyy. I will write those solution directly. So this is what you will get for uxx, uxy and uyy. Okay, this is very easy. You can simplify on your own. So now I have to substitute all these values to this given PDE, and I should simplify that, right? So substitute the values. Sin x minus 1 whole square u xi xi plus 2 u xi eta into sin square x minus 1 plus sin x plus 1 whole square into u eta eta plus cos x u xi plus cos x u eta minus 2 sin x into u xi xi plus 2 u xi eta plus u eta eta minus cos square x into uyy is sin x minus 1 u xi xi plus 2 u xi eta into sin x plus sin x plus 1 into u eta eta minus cos x into uy is u xi plus u eta, which is equal to 0. So now you have to solve this, or you have to simplify this. If you simplify this all terms, you will get final result as minus 4 u xi eta is equal to 0. This is nothing but u xi eta is equal to 0. You will get this as your final result. Just simplify this term. Here you can apply a minus b whole square formula. Here you can simplify in the same form itself. This is a plus b whole square formula. Expand these terms and multiply with the unknowns. So some of the terms gets cancelled there. Finally you will get u xi eta is equal to 0. So this is how we solve problems on parabolic, elliptic and hyperbolic. Okay, so let's continue some more problems in the next session, and let's start new topic also. Thank you.